Hi, Mr.
Hey,
Samuel.
how you doing?
Oh my gosh, this is my second time on your show, and I'm so excited to talk to you.
Okay.
I tell you all the time that the young folks need to be talking to you.
Okay. How old? What's your first name? I mean,
I'm,
how old are you?
my name is Zoella, and I'm 25.
All right. What do you got for me? We're talking about being capped tonight.
Okay, so listen. A lot of people come on your show, and they really try to tell you that you're wrong. Now, I don't necessarily think you're wrong. I think that, I think that just as far as being capped, I feel like I feel like it's not honesty both ways.
It's
Like you
what?
were
What
talking
do you mean
about
it goes? It goes what?
both ways.
Okay. We only want to talk about the way it goes with the women
Okay, well, fine, fine.
because we have 50 years of talking about the way it goes with the men. Won't hear nothing about that.
Okay, fair enough. So I feel like with us, a lot of the times, like maybe we cap about like what we want. Like you know how you ask all the women what they want, and then you hit them with the three little questions, and they say,
Well, that's not the cap. That's not. I don't mean like you're capping. I'm saying you're capped, meaning you have an upper limit of what you can get.
"Okay, yes, I agree." So take me for instance. So I'm 25 years old, but I'm in a career that I'm the youngest person in my career. So I'm a therapist, and a lot of the people in my career are older than me, right?
Okay.
And so a lot of the men that I attract are older than me. Because you talked about how the young men don't have respect for older men, so there's a learning gap. And then there's older men who are attracted to me because I'm 25 with no children, with a career, living on my own. But there's because I didn't grow up with a man in the house necessarily.
What do you think? You're okay. Okay. Your cap would be what regarding relationships?
I would say my cap would have to be the
Your
oldest.
sexual marketplace value.
I would say
That is your cap.
like the cap. I would probably do 39.
No, 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 no. The kind of man you can get, the cap, the top, the limit.
I think the
Listen.
I'm listening to you. Don't do me like that, man. I'm listening. I'm just a little.
Don't tell me what to do.
No, I'm just
I'm
asking.
just, I'm just let me do what I do. I've let you talk, and the reason I stepped in is because you're not on subject. You're just talking. The cap meaning, what is the top kind of man you can qualify for? And what is the bottom man you qualify for? And what's the average?
Not
That's the cap.
for like what I think.
Well, it's not about what you think. Everybody has a cap, and a woman's cap is her sexual marketplace value. This is why you can be a woman with a high school diploma and marry a millionaire if you have a high enough SMV. And you can be a woman with a PhD and can't get a husband
Yeah,
because you're unattractive.
that's real.
That's an SMV. So
Hold on, hold on.
what would your cap be?
I think 47.
Who's that? Who just came in that car?
Oh, my bad.
Hey,
Hi, say hi.
how you doing? I don't think you're understanding the topic, so I'm gonna. It's not about an age. It's about what kind of man. So you said you're a professional, you're a therapist.
Mm.
Did you have a bachelor's, master's, what?
A bachelor's, and I'm going for my master's right now.
And how much do you anticipate making midway through your career? By the time you're 45 years old, about how much do you think you'll be making annually?
So right now, I make about 79, almost 80.
So midway through your career, about 45, what do you think you'll be making?
Probably over a mil.
Annually.
Yeah, because what I'm trying to do with mental health in our community, I think people are going to accept it when they do. And I'm figuring everything that I'm trying to do on the side is.
How many people or therapists make $1 million annually?
Well, aside from what I make right now, just at a job, plus what I'm going to be doing, I'm not going to work my job forever. So if I make almost
Okay, you can't even have the conversation. I just asked you, every question I've asked you, you just talked. I said, midway through your career, what do you think you're going to make annually? You're honestly saying, I expect to be a millionaire as a therapist.
I'm serious.
Okay, good. Which fairy tales do come true, but that's not real. That's not the ma'am. I talk to therapists. I network with therapists. I work with psychiatrists, psychologists, PhDs from Ivy League, and they ain't making that kind of money.
Can I ask you a question?
I don't. I need you to listen. I need you to listen. Okay, there she goes. You're not going over. You're not. You're already on cue.
Oh wait, I'm not trying to be rude.
But what I need you to understand is you can't even. I don't want to talk about what you want to talk about. I'm talking about what I'm talking about, my subject. And I can't even get you to understand what you plan on making about halfway through. But let's just say you're making $1 million. Let's just go ahead and say it. You're making $1 million. Then how much do you want to get married one day?
Mm-hmm.
You want children?
Yes, I do.
How many children would you like to have?
3 to 4.
3 to 4. And do you want to have to work to pay significant bills after you're pregnant with your first child after marriage?
I probably will have to.
Do you want to have to work to pay significant bills after you're pregnant with your first child when you're married?
Yes.
Okay. What percentage of the family financial load do you want to have to be responsible for a lifetime with 4 children, you and a husband? What percentage overall for a lifetime?
20 to 30.
20 to 30%. So you still are looking for a provider male, a man making enough to pay 70 to 80% of the bills, meaning if you stop working for any reason, the family would not be significantly impacted. How much money would a man need to make to provide for a family of 4 children, a wife, and himself to not have her income impact the family in any long-term way? How much money would he need to make annually?
Probably 80 to 100,000.
What state do you live in?
Texas.
$80,000 for 6 people.
I grew up in the country, so it doesn't really.
See what I mean? They don't know their caps, folks. See, this is a woman who says she thinks her plan is to make $1 million, but I got down to the real numbers of it. She thinks a man with $80,000 will be able to provide a middle-class lifestyle.
Why wouldn't he, though? You said middle class.
Math. Because the average black man in this country makes $41,500.
With
the average, I need you to. Okay, obviously you don't know.
Wait, why?
So I need you to because as a therapist, as an educated woman, and you want these things, y'all should know this stuff.
But
You should know that it's impossible to have a man making $80,000 and then you not have to work. 4 children, you guys would be lit, ma'am. The average child takes about $250,000 from age 0 to 18. 3 children. And for you not to have to work to pay significant bills in Texas, you're talking about a man making about $300,000 to $350,000 a year. 4 children add another $100,000. You're talking about a man making close to $400,000, almost $500,000. Not 80. $80,000 will not pay for 4 children, college fund, retirement, 401k, medical insurance.
Talking about to raise a child or for them to go past? Because
I'm going to have a conversation with the audience. Okay, see, this is why women don't understand their caps. They don't understand their caps because they don't even understand how much money a man needs to make. They don't even understand what they're asking about. So it's all fantasy. It's all fantasy. It's all fantasy. It's all fantasy for women at this point. Because I can't have the conversation with you, man, because I'm talking at a different level of understanding. I'm talking about calculus. You're talking about arithmetic.
I'm not. I'm just asking you to.
Okay. I'm going ahead and have the presentation. All right. See, I couldn't even get to where I need to get to with her. And at the end of the day, like it or not, I can still do this. That woman still wants a man to pay 70 to 80% of the bills. That's still a provider male. That means if you have a 4-leg table, 1, 2, 3, a table can stand with 3 legs. Black women in particular, don't want their money to impact the family in any kind of way. That means as a husband, you were going to have to pay the lion's share of the bills for a lifetime. That is still a man in the top 80%, even at $80,000, even at $80,000, which is a ridiculously low number. Only 15% of black men earn that amount of money. And the ultimate question is, if 100% of women want men in this area, can you get one? And the answer is no. That's what it comes down to, because your SMV, height, weight, dress size, what do you look like? A fresh face out of the shower, no makeup, your natural hair is average. You can get a man making about $40,000. $41,500 is what you get as an average woman, no matter how you slice it. So this is what I want you guys to understand. That conversation is the problem, because so many women today are in another world when it comes. It is all theory and wishes. I can make $1 million as an effing therapist. Paging Jen London Esquire. I need you guys to understand, this woman said, I think I'll be making $1 million because of the businesses I want to. So now you Dr. Phil. This is why so many women are lost today, because they've never had to sit down and understand how much money is because they go to school, they can run up all this student loan debt. But see, most women are living, just running up bills today, and they think somebody's gonna come pay it later on. I'll get married and he'll take care of it. Ladies, that ain't gonna work. Just like that woman I talked to yesterday, who got $100,000 in student loan debt and over $150,000 in consumer debt. And she got an English degree and a math teacher in her mid-30s. Y'all got a reality coming. The reality is, you're going to work. Most women, 72% of mothers in this country work full or part-time. Unless you're a bona fide 8, 9, or 10, according to what we as men think, not what you think, according to what we as men think, you can expect to work the rest of your life, married with children. And that pisses a lot of women off, because it's like, well, then why do I need to get married? Because you can't afford to do it by yourself. Unbelievable. She'll be gone to Bill Gates' personal. Thank you. Thank you. That's a PhD. Thank you. I just got a message from a PhD, Ivy League educated psychiatrist. And she's laughing at that conversation. She's like, what in the French toast? Yes. I don't just talk. I back things up with knowledge, people I know. And I know professionals who are highly degreed, great grades, impeccable credentials, not making $1 million effing dollars. You have no idea. Oh, I wish I could bring some of these people on, but I want to protect their privacy. So many of you ladies, because so many women are overrepresented in healthcare, women think being in healthcare means you're going to make a lot of money. Wrong. It's what's pitched to you. It's what's sold to you. That's why so many women get to become nurses or therapists or counselors, and you're chronically single because you have to work crazy hours. You have to give your life to the practice, and you're not making any money because of insurance, because of the way things are built, because of your patient load and this and that. You don't want a hot box with the Godfather on this topic. I know too much. Let's get it. You're capped. You're capped at your sexual marketplace value. That's where you're capped, ladies.
It sound right, boys.